The highway would be a much safer place if we could all communicate effectively with one another. Then there'd be fewer surprises and less people running into one another. Sometimes other drivers communicate with their turn signals. Other times they use their headlights. And sometimes they don't communicate at all. The first thing you need to communicate to other roadway users is that you're here. That means being as visible to others as possible. Our headlights can play an important role here. At night, headlights light up the road. During the day, they light up the cars. Vehicles with their headlights on are much more visible than cars without their headlights on. But even if your headlights are on, other drivers may still have trouble seeing you. Here's another time when it really pays to be seen. This is not a great place to be, but sometimes there's no choice. If you can't get your car all the way off the roadway, you'll need more than flashers. You need something to warn drivers that there's trouble ahead. At night, flares or reflective triangles will usually do the trick, but they should be placed to give plenty of warning. Day or night, you should put the warning devices at 100, 200, and 300 feet behind the car. That gives approaching drivers plenty of time to react. If help is needed, a cell phone can put you in direct contact with an emergency roadside service provider. Otherwise, putting the hood up and attaching a white cloth to the antenna, door handle, or window is a signal that help is needed. At times, you'll find the horn useful in communicating to other road users. A couple of light beeps sends a simple "I am here" message. There are a number of situations when communicating your presence this way can prevent trouble, like when you come up behind somebody who is on foot or on a bike, or somebody who is not paying attention or who may have trouble seeing you. But there are other times when even a gentle toot on the horn isn't a good idea. For example, when traffic is obviously blocked ahead. The horn is a means of communication to be used only when there is something important to communicate. When you overuse the horn, it could be perceived as an act of aggression. Even if you communicate your presence clearly and consistently, that's still only half of the communicating that you need to do. You also need to communicate your intentions, such as when you plan to make a turn ahead. And other drivers should do the same, but they don't always do that. Signaling is one of the most common forms of communication on the road. Almost everyone knows about turn signal indicators, but not all drivers use them properly. In fact, the law requires you to signal anytime you change your position. This brings us to the first principle of signaling: signal every time you intend to change position. This means anytime you plan to change lanes, turn at an intersection, enter a highway, or leave a highway. Signal every time, whether you see another car near you or not. The second principle of signaling is give your signal as early as you can without causing confusion. Some drivers don't signal until they actually start to turn, change lanes, or pull onto the highway. This kind of driving behavior can cause collisions. The purpose of a signal is to give other drivers advance notice of what you plan to do, so they have enough time to react. Be sure to signal every time and signal early. The better other drivers understand what you plan to do, the lower the chance that they'll interfere with your maneuver.